All right, it's Monday. Time for the Monday message. Fired up to chat with everybody. We had another massive week. And here's what's crazy. We had another massive week. High app count, high premium volume. And that's just what we know of. We know there's more that went in than that because many of the carriers, their e-app data is not fast enough for our reporting. So that's why I always say every week, hey, send a report of what you did every weekend because we want to recognize it because we don't see all the e-apps. We see them on issue paid once they go issue paid, but we don't see them going in a lot of times because the data from the carriers just isn't fast enough. So that's what gets me crazy. When I go, well, look at the number. I look at the total, what we did last week. And I go, but that's just what we know of. That's just what we know of. It was more than that. You know what I'm saying? So we got some crazy good stuff going on. I've got some guests on the call, and then I want to talk to you today about what it takes to have staying power. Because staying power is one of those things that is a big difference between people that succeed and people that don't, is staying power. So I'm going to talk to you about that. We got the numbers. Here's what else. Well, let's go over the numbers. I want to go over. I got an idea after we go through the numbers. All right. Let's start with all producers over 1,000. We're going to start with Kim Diaz, $1,160.40. Kellen Whedon, $1,235.76. Shadayla McLaughlin, $1,236.12. I turned in $1,416.24. Akila Wall, $1,490.40. Joseph Mitchell, $1,674.08. Theora Radney, $1,767. Janice Prysock, $1,793.02. Aaron Freelane, $1,948.92. Roxana Lau, $2,039.38. Evan Fawcett, $2,142.60. Doug Schaefer, $2,400. Nicole McConico, $2,958.24. Austin Heater, $3,022.80. Evan Patzer, $3,484.32. Chris Callis, $3,585.84. Carl Tia Oaks, we saw her on the activity call on Friday. Carl Tia, that was awesome. $3,648. And Carl Tia, let me tell you something. Now that you have been on a call like that, the best advice I could give you is start staying tight with Andy Albright. You have that connection now, so just get his number from Jeremico. You communicate. When the bridge gets built with someone that can help you that much, it's crazy how many times people don't take advantage of that. It's crazy how many times they'll go, so Andy talked to you, right? He told you to call. And yeah, when's the last time you updated? Oh, you're letting the bridge get burned. So that'd be the best advice I can give you there, Carl Tia. We want you to be a star with us for a long time. Gustavo and Mercedes Tehran, $3,884.84. Brandon and Ashley Beal, $4,200. Theodore Griffin, $4,206. Noel Wilson, $4,546.56. Mimi Ramiro, $4,853.04. Kyle Fawcett, $4,892.56. Sabrina Floyd, $7,104. Roger Straughter, $7,191 across 11 apps. Randy Schroeder, $7,242. Diana Castile, here's crazy, 18 apps, 18 applications, $12,488.16. Why do I mention high app counts? Because high app counts get me fired up. Because I know how the numbers work. The numbers be the numbers. You can't beat the numbers, and the numbers can't beat you. So you get a high app count like that, 18 apps for 12,000. Diana, you keep hammering. You got 18 apps for 38,000 kind of week coming. You know what I'm saying? Because the averages always work out. It's gonna be fired up. And I see high app counts. I know that's somebody working. You know what I'm saying? Jeremico Edwards, another high app count. 21 applications for $15,162.66. Number 2, Mark Hutchison, $15,276.08. So what was the difference between 2 and 3? Let's see, 30, just a little over $100. I love it. Billy and Ada Crane. Billy, number 1 again, 22 applications, $17,456.52. We're going to hear from Billy in just a little bit. Key leader and above groups, and this will soon turn into agency manager and above groups. So if you are not yet agency manager, better get moving. Better get moving. We're going to keep moving that way. Hey, then we're going to have a DM and above group. Then we're going to have an RM and above group. Then we're going to start doing stuff where we've got, this is a RM and above, everybody invited. We got the boat. We got the accommodations. We got the food. We're going to go fishing. RMs just get there. And that kind of stuff's coming. All right. Mark and Shannon Hutchison will be number 5 in their key leader group. They did $17,676.08. Jeremico Edwards, outside of his 2 key leader legs, did another $18,810.66. Brandon and Ashley Beal did $20,335.08 in their key leader group. Billy and Ada Crane, $22,032.60 in your key leader group. Billy, I noticed you got new writers writing. You had three writers, I believe. So it's growing on both sides, man. I just keep running the plan. Keep running the plan, brother. It's going to work. And number 1 will be my group, my direct group, the base shop here outside of all key leader legs, another $25,951.92. That's another thing that's got me fired up. New wit making things happen. It's going to get crazier and crazier. So before we get my guests on, here's my idea. Here's what I'm thinking we do. So we got Money Monday and we got the Thursday grind. Money Monday, you get on the dial Zoom jam with us. And if you're dialing, please get on the jam with us. I mean, just log into Zoom, turn your camera on, let us see you working. It's being a part of something. Everybody that takes part in it, their appointments have gone up. Nobody gets on there and their appointments go down. Their appointments go up. Why? Because it's called accountability. It's called you're not on an island. It's called being a part of a team. Because I'm a team player. The team needs you, bro. The team needs you to show up where the team be at, right? The NFL training camps are going on, right? I'm a team player. I don't know about that early morning lift session, though. Not a team player, right? Not going to be on a roster. So join us, right? So Money Monday, Thursday grind. Here's what I'm thinking. Soto, I meant to run this by you before I got on here. Pastor and Jeremico are the 2 agency managers. Here's what I'm thinking. The goal every Monday, right, is to get at a minimum 20 appointments for Tuesday, Wednesday. Goal every Thursday is to get a minimum of 20 appointments for Friday, Saturday. So here's what I'm thinking. Not only hashtag, but when you get your 20, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go on band. Well, first of all, I want you to get on the Zoom, turn your camera on, turn your microphone on, go, I got my 20, something crazy. Post it on band, post a crazy video, get creative. You gotta see what the base shop guys do here, that they do a whole Chicago Bulls entrance thing when they get good recruiting numbers. That's what I'm, every Monday. So Monday, you get your 20, come on camera, come live, tell us you got your 20, post a crazy video on our band. Let's go crazy. Let's go crazy. Let's celebrate. When you get your 20, that's big. And all you gotta do is get your 20 once. And once you know you can do it again. And if you start booking 40 appointments a week, let me tell you something. You are going to be a $40,000 a month producer minimum. It happens to everybody that sticks with booking their 40. All right, let's get to recruiting before I get to my guests. All right, here's recruiting for the week. Completed fast tracks, all with 1 direct completed fast track. Kim Diaz, Eduardo Soto, Mark and Shanna Hutchison, Noel Wilson, Jennifer Jackson, and Austin Heater. And leading the way with 8 direct completed fast tracks, Brandon and Ashley Beal. New contracted direct agents, Mark and Shannon Hutchison, Evan Fawcett, and Noel Wilson, all with 1 apiece. And leading the way would be my base shop here with 3 direct completed contracts. Enrolled in licensing, Diana Castile and Mark and Shannon Hutchison tied with 1 apiece. Brandon and Ashley Beal had 2. And leading the way, again, my base shop here with 6 direct enrollees in licensing. All right, so let's get to my guests. First guest I want to get on is he's a new direct guy. We believe so much in Randy. We believe he's going to be massive moving forward. Just got all the things lined up success-wise, and we just know he's going to do big things. Well, he is and the whole team leading the country in HMA sales. You've been hearing his numbers, 7,700, 8,800. He's leading the country in HMA sales. The HMA is probably one of our most underutilized products. It's a magic product. If you don't have an HMA, you've got to get your own and start showing it to your clients. It's an amazing, amazing product. So I want to get Randy on. Just share a few thoughts, bro. Why do you love the HMA so much? How are you moving them? Just share a little bit what's on your heart, brother.
Yeah. Hey, can you hear me, Steven?
Loud and clear, dude.
All right. Awesome. Yeah. So my name is Randy Schrader. Been with NA for just a couple of months. and loving it. So just thank you so much, Stephen and Omar Smith and Adam Lucas and Diana Castile. You guys just helped me so much. And everyone who comes on the Monday message and just tries to impart a little bit of wisdom every week on all of us. Like, I just feel like I'm part of a big family, and I just love being a part of the Alliance. So thank you guys so much. And Stephen wanted me to come on today and just explain a little bit about what I'm doing with the HMAs. And I think that it will really help grow your business. I hope it will. It's really helped mine a lot. And it's a product that I believe very strongly in. And it's just such a cool product. I'm not trying to say it's the greatest thing since sliced bread or anything, but it's pretty darn close. And what it is, the HMA, what it stands for is health matching account. So kind of how I explain it is like when I was a kid, my parents we had a whole list of chores and things to do. And if you did all your chores and you just generally weren't a nuisance to, your siblings and parents, then you got an allowance at the end of the month. And instead of taking that money and spending it on gum or lightsabers or whatever, 9-year-olds spend $20 on, our parents told us if we put that into savings, then they would match whatever we put into savings. And so that's essentially what the health matching account is. It's just for health and medical purposes. So, and how it works is, and I'll try to explain it real quick, Stephen. So after this too, I'll post my number in the chat box. So if you want to text me, call me, if you have questions, just let me know. I'm happy to help. So what it basically is, you have caps ranging from 2,500 to 60,000. What that basically means is just it's affordable for anyone. You can spend $40 on this a month. You can spend $700 on this a month. Whatever fits inside your client's budget, whatever fits inside your budget. So let's just take the $10,000 cap, for example. So you have a $10,000 cap and you have a $140 monthly contribution. So it's called a contribution, not a premium. It's not technically insurance. So is what you do is you pay $140 a month, right? Pay in. $40 of that goes to the HMA for account maintenance and fees. The other $100 is getting matched. So every month you get matched at a certain level. So the first month you get matched 10%, the second month 20, then 30, then 40, all the way up to month 35 when you're getting matched over 300% for what you put in. So you put in $1 into the HMA and they're going to put over $3 into your account. So how it works is after 35 months, you'll hit your target cap of 10,000. So you would have paid in $140 times 35 months is $4,900. So you would have paid in $4,900 and you'd have $10,000 in your account. And how it works is that they'll issue you a debit card, like a Visa debit card, as soon as you sign up, and you can use that. So let's say, for example, my account's at 10,000, all right? And in 4 years, I have a medical event that's $5,000. I go to the hospital, I get this $5,000 bill, I swipe my card, now I have $5,000 in my account. Well, how it works is that once you start paying back in, all right, once you hit that $10,000 cap, you only pay the account maintenance and fees, so only the $40. But once you use it and you use that account balance, you start paying it back the full 140, okay? But once you do kind of go back from 10,000 to 5,000, you don't start off at a 10% matching level. You start off at like a 200%, whatever that $5,000 level is. So it would only take 9 months to a year to build back up to that $10,000 cap. And what does it cover? It covers hospital expenses. It covers anything that's coded as health and medical on Visa's merchant system. So basically like chiropractic visits, acupuncture, dental, urgent care, prescriptions, kind of anything under the sun that you can think of for medical, it covers. Elective surgeries. So my wife can finally get those lip injections that she's wanted. I'm just kidding. She would kill me if she heard me say that. But I have some clients that get it because they don't want to spend $3 or $4 grand on Invisalign. Well, you can pay into this account and save thousands of dollars on Invisalign or LASIK eye surgery, for example, things that regular health insurance doesn't cover. Another really cool perk with it is that as soon as you sign up, you get 24/7 access to telemedicine. So you go in, it's super easy. I have an account for my wife and I. You can go on and schedule an appointment with a doctor in 15 minutes, have a prescription written, and then go to the pharmacy and swipe that card. It's just such a cool product. It's really a no-brainer, and it's free money. So how I've been selling it is I've been going to my life insurance clients and people that I've already sold policies to, just been like, hey, hey, Steven, I got this, I was just thinking about you and just wanted to check in. I also got this really cool product that I have my family on, my wife's on, and basically it's going to save us thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on medical expenses over the next few years. And I just kind of want, it's good enough for my family. And so I thought, Steven, it'd be good enough for your family. And I just want to help you as much as I can. So you mind if I take 5 minutes of your time and explain it? And I've never had anyone tell me no. So that's how I've been selling it. There's no right or wrong way or one size fits all for that. That's just what I would recommend. And then also there's an HMRA for businesses. So I've been going into businesses. You can door knock businesses, reach out to people on LinkedIn, call contacts that you know. And hey, even if they don't want to spend the money as a company, I have a presentation coming up with a company who they don't want to spend the money themselves specifically, but they want me to give a presentation to all of their employees if they want to get it individually. So it's a very cool product, something that I really believe in. I'm trying to think if I left anything out. No, in a nutshell, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'll post my number below in the chat box. And so just reach out to me, text me, call me if you have any questions. And then again, Steven, you're awesome. I appreciate you guys over there. Thank you so much for the opportunity you've given me. Is there anything else you want me to cover?
That was perfect, dude. That was perfect, man. And, dude, we believe in you so much. You are going to be one of the big warriors. I'm just telling you, man. And I just appreciate you sharing that. I appreciate you being willing to help. And I want to make sure everybody got some of the good stuff you said there. At the end, he said, I believe in it. One of the key sales things he says, it's good enough for me and my family. I have one for me and my wife. You can't, that is so powerful. You can't fake that. You can't, I would say you can't buy it, but you can just get an HMA account. But I'm telling you, it's one of those things, like when you understand how this works, let me tell you something. If we'd had this back when Holly and I had our 2 kids, oh man, I feel like a sucker for paying full price for both our children. We paid full price. Could have got a discount. It's crazy when you look at how it works. Everybody should have one of these HMA accounts, and just going back and showing it to your clients. And here's the cool thing, because it is not yet classified as an insurance product, you don't need a license to sell it. So if you're out there working on your license, hey, you can start selling this right away. You can start moving right away, get yours in place, and then start talking to people you know about it. It's a powerful thing. He mentioned the RHMA for business owners. There's also the pet HMA for pets. It's the same matching deal. And you know how people love their pets, right? I'm telling you. And I forgot about that part, Randy, that it includes the doctor televisits. I mean, that's how much money does that save right there? It's crazy. Oh man, such a good product. Thank you, brother, for leading the way. Thank you for your example. Keep hammering, dude. I am so proud of you, man. Keep rocking. All right, next guest. So next 2 guests, here's the theme: making changes, getting results. So let's go first to Rogers Strotter. Rogers, I don't think I'm telling tales out of school here, that your numbers were not great for a little while. We had some tough conversations. You obviously had some tough conversations with yourself. So I respect the heck out of that, dude. And the numbers have just popped, just popped. So tell us, man, just share some of the good stuff. Like, what did you learn? What did you change? You know, if someone's out there sitting right now going, I'm in kind of a rut, talk to them, brother. Light them up. I'm going to mute out and listen in.
All right. Hey, Steven, I thank you and Holly, Andy, and Jane Albright for this opportunity. And Kim and I are grateful to be part of the Alliance and Davies Nation. One of the things I do want to highlight when we talk about tough conversations, I appreciate the tough conversations because those conversations were out of love. I like to refer to as the intervention, where you and Kim was able to help me get my mind right and just get focused. And so the good thing about what we do is that you got another day. You have a bad day, bad week, bad month, you got another day. So hit the reset button. Our success is rented. And so let's get at it again. So one of the big things that I was able to do, Stephen, was these dial jams. It first started with me wanting to, and I've always been that guy who wanted to be in the shadows. You know, let Jeremy Edwards, let Mark Hutchinson, let Billy Crane, let those other individuals, let them lead. I'll be the guy who stayed consistent and behind the scenes. But I will say this to everybody. These dial sessions are instrumental because you are not working alone. And the funny part of it is it started with our texting, and you said, who is dialing tomorrow? And Jeremy said, I'm dialing. I said, I'm dialing. And then you said, hey, Rogers, take the live mic. That's when we were doing the old way of things, when we were dialing on Tuesdays as well, before we unified our team to Mondays and Thursdays. And so I was dialing with Ed Soto on Tuesdays on the mic, something I never would have thought of doing until you basically put me on the spot, which I appreciated. And I got to like it. So here's the key, y'all. There might be things you don't want to do, but then you get that little push, you may find out you might like it. So just making that decision to be like, hey, I'm going to stick to this. I'm going to stay on the calls. And then with the Monday Dial Jam and being on there with my guy, Billy Crane. Billy, thank you for leading. Thank everybody else. But just first thing in the morning, just saying, hey, this is my schedule. This is my job. I worked with the city of Detroit for over 22 years. That was a job just over broke. So here we are working for ourselves. Treat it like a job, all right? 9 o'clock, I'm on the phone. I'm next to Billy Crane. I'm next to whoever on my team. I'm dialing and posting your numbers. That was the difference. Just posting my numbers, knowing that I'm committed, putting myself out there, being on those dial jams. Turn the camera on because I'm telling you, it is so encouraging when I see your faces, Billy see your faces. And that's the big thing, you all. The big thing is the accountability, knowing that you have a job to do, training others to jump on a call, making it part of their job. And a tall tide rises all ships. And so that was the big difference for me, is just committing to that dial session, turning my camera on. You just don't know how you're encouraging Billy and those who have the mic at the time. You know, Kyle's been on, and I appreciate the young guns and seeing the young folks moving. Here's the other deal is this. Remember, our theme for this year is driven. And so we learned this in Austin, Texas, when we went down there to the Circuit of the Americas. These cars draft. They get right up to the bumper of the car ahead of them, and they follow that draft. So when we have the guy or gal on the hot mic on these dial sessions, follow their draft. They're going to pull you along with them, and you'll see the numbers go up. That's what I've been experiencing by getting right behind Billy, whoever's on the call, Kyle, whoever's been on the call, just following them. Oh, yeah, Austin Heater, following these individuals who are volunteering to lead and let that draft pull you along. Those are the main points that I like to just show appreciation for and mention how that has helped me. Because when you're dialing by yourself, everybody, I'm telling you, things will get in the way and you will give up. I know I would have hung up and just said, I'm done for the day with my 2 or 3 appointments. But now I hit my 40 appointments for the first time. Last week, the week before last. This morning, I'm up to 16 appointments set. So I have 4 more, so I can say, yay, and post something crazy. Thanks, Stephen. Look, I'm fired up. That's all I got to say about that. Come on, y'all, join us. This is good. That's been the difference maker for me. And thanks, Stephen.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate your example, man. I appreciate your heart. I appreciate your fight. And I appreciate your transparency. You know, the people that never really get the fulfillment piece in success, it's typically because they lack transparency. They're obsessed with the appearance of success instead of being obsessed with the actuality of success. And appearance-centric people, they can't admit anything, right? They can't never go, well, I was in a gym. I needed a rough conversation. And you got that transparency piece, brother. So I know you are going to get that fulfillment part, and way to go on a 40 appointments. Well, once you do it once, it's like, dadgum, I'm going to do this from here on out, right? Awesome. I'm so proud of you, man. Appreciate you. Some of the stuff you talked on, tough conversations. So people tell me all the time, like, I want you to talk tough to me. I hear you. But not everybody can take tough conversations. One thing I learned from Andy is to test the waters before having a tough conversation. And you won't even know I'm testing the waters with you, but I'm testing the waters. I'm working on a subject and seeing if there's 3 things that start happening. Because if they start happening, you ain't ready for a tough conversation. I ain't gonna have it with you. Why? Because I don't want you to get mad at me and quit. I want you to stay long enough and let this culture work on you and eventually get your humility to a place that we can have a tough conversation. Because it takes a ton of humility to have a tough conversation. So what do I look for? Well, when I'm testing the waters, I'm looking for redirect, I'm looking for deflect, and I'm looking for dodge. If I bring up a slightly less sensitive subject and I start hearing redirect, whoop, right? People do that. You try and help coach them. The redirect, whoop, deflect, right? That's usually in the form of an excuse or putting it somewhere else, right? Or dodge it, dodge it. If I hear those, I don't go any further. I learned that from Andy a long time ago. If I don't hear that, now we can go a little further. Rogers is one of those people that doesn't read. It should be easier to say. Redirect, deflect, or dodge. He didn't do that. So we can have those tough conversations. And I love you, brother. I'm proud of you. Now, Dial Jam, we got it kicking off again at 2:30. So we're going to get done here in a little bit and grab a cup of water, get back on it. We got Evan Patzer kicking it off at 2:30. Evan, you also got Austin Heater going to be there with you. Gustavo Terrain is going to be able to jump on later in the evening. So we got backup, brother. And we need new leaders. What do you have to do to qualify to get on the live mic? You got to have heart. You got to have heart. You got to have want to, and you got to have some results. One of the things I'm fired up about last week, due to some complications, we didn't have someone on the live mic right away. Doug Schaefer goes, you know what? I'm going to turn my audio on. Dude, I was saying, you're like, you almost were apologetic. I was like, do not apologize. That's leadership. That's going, all right, this moment is for me. I love it, man. So, Doug, I'm super, super proud of you, man. All right, let's get going. Next guest on the same theme of changes, making changes, Diana Castile. 18 applications, over $12,000 in personal production. And I know you got new people getting started hitting the field. Come on with your mic and your camera. Share some of the good stuff. What you got going on? What changes did you make? Why did you make them? What are you feeling? What are you seeing?
Oh man, as always. Can you hear me?
Not yet, Billy. I'm coming to Diana Castile first.
Sorry.
I might have said Billy Crane. Did I say Billy Crane?
I thought you said Diana, and I was like, man, I mean, I know I can get a little harsh, but whew, that's a little harsh even for me.
All right. So, false start, 10 yards.
I was like, I brought home a little more sand than I thought.
Share with us some of the good stuff, Diana. What changes did you make? Why did you make them? How'd you come about these changes? And why are you going to be a 10 grand plus a week person from here on out?
So a couple of things. That we've had some of those conversations. People that know me, I try to be, real transparent. And we've had some of those come to Jesus conversations where you kind of left Jesus at the door. And one of those was, after we had the call with Tawny Carey, and I sent you a message and asked you for her number. And when Tawny texted me back, she responded to me, Holly and Steven need you and the team needs you. And my message back to you was that I really needed this call, especially after last week, and some stuff that was going on. And the response that you gave me was the best way to show gratitude is with action. And that really, it resonated, and we continue to talk. And for me, a lot of what she was talking about in that call, and when she talked about one of the reasons that people don't continue to grow is because of their level of belief. And sometimes it's that level of belief that they don't have in themselves and in, the system in itself, in the system as a whole. And when I really, started writing things down and journaling, I love you and Holly, like a fat kid loves cake. I mean, just love you guys to death. And what I was realizing is that I liked a lot of, pieces here and pieces there, but just that true love of the alliance itself is like, I need to just let go and just like stop trying to, whatever I was still trying to hold on to for whatever it was, just actually be 100% in. And I had a new recruit ask me what was different about us than everybody else. And it's our culture, it's our heart. And if I am telling somebody else that, then I gotta own it. I gotta be that. And that's the biggest difference. I can't say it if I'm not being it, if I'm not living it. I can't say I love you and Holly and you're all in with the alliance if I'm not all in with the alliance. And that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest change. That's, I've been, straddling this fence, for too long. And that's where my biggest shift is. I can't be helping other people to continue to grow if I'm not 100% in here. So that's been, that's where I'm at. Y'all stuck with all the cat bag full of crazy with me now. That's it. You got me. Yeah, you got me.
It's crazy how simple things really are, right? When things are hazy, when things are foggy, it's because we are further away from principle. When the closer you get to principle, the simpler things are, the more clear it is. And so it's just, so if it sounds like what she said is simple, it's because it is, because it's a principle-based decision. And that's exactly what I texted her after the call. It's like, I'm so great. She was so grateful for Tawny Carey and her calls. Like, best way to show gratitude is in action. Pop some numbers, gratitude is always shown in action. Loyalty is always shown in growth. Those are two principles that you just can't, when we get away from it, it gets foggy. But when we get close to the principle, it's clear. It's crystal clear. Loyalty is in growth. Gratitude is shown in action. Those two principles, take it to the bank. It applies in this business. It applies in your marriage. It applies with your kids. It applies everywhere. It's like gravity. It's everywhere, and it's true whether or not we want it to be true. But if you put it to use, it'll do some very positive things in your life. All right, Billy, you are number one by a lot in issue paid right now in the entire Davies Nation, bro. You are killing it. You have been killing it. You are, it's funny. I text you, you good to go 9 a.m. live mic, and it's, yep. Not a lot of explanation. Just, yep, I'm there. And that's the kind of, true leadership doesn't need a lot of explanation. I'm going to get to that in my notes here in a minute, but Billy, you're just absolutely on fire, dude. I know I've had you on several times. I just wanted to inject everybody with another dose of Crane enthusiasm, because you get a man on a mission, you get a man or a woman that's in a fight and they got a smoke a battle on them. It's just something special. It's something magic. It's contagious, brother. So light us up. Contagious all.
All right, it's my turn, right?
It's actually, no, I'm just kidding.
Hey, love it. Well, as always, just thank you for the opportunity, the invite. I appreciate it. And I'm just excited to be on here. I mean, literally every time that I get any kind of invite to speak, as Brandon Beal said, like, it's truly an honor and a privilege, and I take it to heart, because I remember how important it was for me in my journey when other people were speaking to my life and how it would help change me. And I didn't also necessarily see it right in the beginning, but over time, it just started to unfold itself. And right now, man, it's just so exciting time for me. When you even sent the text out about, are you going to be on the Dial Jam? Like, I wouldn't know what to do if I wasn't on the Dial Jam. Like it's gotten to a point where my routine is the routine. Like yesterday, I ran 3 appointments on Sunday, and I was like, okay, what do I do Because normally I'm running like 5 or 6 on a Sunday because I'm working 7 days a week, like 24/7. I'm all in. And it just felt weird because the habit that I'm creating is like work every day, work every day. Like take this opportunity to its fullest. And that's what I'm giving it right now. So I'm just excited to be here. But I guess I want to start here, Stephen. Like more than anything, right now, I think the biggest thing that I wake up every day is like, what is my mission? Like, what is my focus? What is my goal? What do I want? And right now, every day I wake up, I think about partner. Like every day, you know, outside of my family and whatnot. But in terms of business, I think partnership. Like, okay, if I do this, then I get this. How can I help this person get there? What can I say to this person to help them? What do I need to do for me? So I'm just thinking partnership, partnership, partnership. And as I think about the mission, or as I think about the ability to go partner, and I'm looking at integrity and they got all the other people they're bringing on, I'm like, this thing is real. Like I could be a partner. I could be one of those places on that map. And as I think about that, what it has me do is having me fight like no other. Like I am fighting like my life depends on it. And the reason I have that much fight is because the mission or the goal is so big right now. And when I think about fighting, I think about fighting on so many levels. Like I think about fighting for me. I think about the fight that I have to do when I don't want to get up at 6 in the morning, or when I don't want to go, or I don't want to do like, because I still got to do my house chores, right? I don't want to iron clothes at 11 or 12 o'clock at night. I think about what it takes to actually do some of those things that you don't want to do, because we know if we just go off feelings and emotions, we'll never get done what we actually got to do. And I love how you talked about before living off principles and living off those things that are most important to you. So I think about fighting in that way. I also think about fighting in this way. I got to be the example. So I know I got to do it not only for me, but I got to do it for my family. I want my kids to see me working. I want to see my wife to see me working. I want to see the team to see me working, because I know at the end of the day, I got to put my own oxygen mask on first, as I said before. And as I do that, I know that's going to help other people see that it is possible. Because I was one of those folks that didn't think it was possible to do 40 appointments in a week. And now I'm thinking like, okay, well, how can I get 50 in? How can I get 60? Like, is it possible to do 70? And the fight in me, though, is just driving me to push myself harder than I have. And, you know, ultimately, Stephen, the last thing for me is I really want to win, man. I got the mindset of victory right now. So as I think about everything that's going on in this opportunity, like I want to win. Like I really want to have this victory, but not just for me, but for so many other folks. Because, you know, as Jeremy and Evan just passed through, you know, AM, and that's going to inspire folks. I want to be one of those ones outside of you top level leaders that's going to go partner, right? I want somebody to see like, here was a guy who was a key leader when this whole thing started, and then he went all the way to partner. And my mindset is I can do this in a year. Like it may take 2 or 3, but my mindset, I'm going to go hard as I can for a year and see where I'm at in that year. And if I got to revamp it, then I go another year. But right now, like I just want to win, and I want other people to see that we can all win, if you just got that right mindset, because we can all do it. Like I am no different than you guys. Like I think Hutch is a better salesperson than me, but I just know if I can outwork him, no. Right? And nothing against Hutch, because I know he's working. I don't think he's going to take offense to that. But when I think of other folks, like I'm like, okay, well, if I go work harder, I can catch or beat anybody. And that's really what I'm doing right now. And as Randy was talking about like HMAs and stuff, I hadn't even sold an HMA yet. But as I'm listening to him, I'm like, oh, there's another product. There's more premium, you know. And overall, Stephen, I just thankful and grateful for it. And I think you guys say it all the time. The best way to be grateful or to show that you're grateful is to go out there and actually work, right? It's one thing to give it lip service, but then there's another thing to actually go out there and do it by your actions. And we all know actions speak louder than words. So more than anything, as I'm giving words now, I really want to be able to give the words, but you see my actions that's really backing it up. And that's really what I'm excited about. So I'm thinking partnership. I'm thinking, hey, I need to go fight. And then I'm thinking like, hey, I want this victory. My mindset is winning. I can't even think about losing. Like somebody don't need a policy, on to the next. Like it's not a big deal because you're not going to help everybody. But ultimately, Stephen, I'm just excited for this opportunity. I'm excited for you to keep pouring into us. I'm excited for Andy to keep pouring into us. And yeah, you know, just big things are ahead, and I'm gonna end it at that. So I love this nation. I love you, Stephen. I thank all you guys. Let's go win. Get on that dial jam. Can't say it enough. I love seeing the faces today. I think we had more people on this morning dialing than we had maybe the last couple sessions. So keep jumping on. Show us your pretty face. Leave your headscarf on. We don't care. We just want to see you. But I love you guys. Billy Crane, my wife Ada Crane out of Detroit. We love you guys, and let's get it.
Dude, I'm so proud of you, man. So proud of you. You get me so fired up. Oh, I love it, man. I just got to hit some of the stuff you said, dude. And that thing you said about an honor and a privilege to speak, and Beal said the same thing last week. If I give you one piece of advice, always keep it there. Let me tell you something. I've seen leaders that they get to where, you know, when we have our big events, they're like waiting for when's my speaking time and how much time do I have compared to this guy? They never stay happy. Does that make sense? Like there's a beauty in humility, and there's a beauty in keeping things magical. I say it to Holly all the time. Like, it still blows my mind I get to kiss you. You know what I'm saying? It still blows my mind. You've got to keep those simple views of things, because if it ever gets to be a right, it's my right. Hey, look at my numbers. That's my right. I should get I just tell you, I've never seen anybody stay happy like that. Every time I get an email to speak, I'm always like, dadgummit, all right. People still want to hear what I have to say. I mean, to me, it's amazing. Like most people would be happier if they would just lower the definition of miracle in their mind. They're always waiting for a miracle. And it's like, I think little things are pretty cool. Does that make sense? So keep that, man. Keep that. Never lose that shine. Same to you, Bill. And I know you guys won't. Man, routine. You talked about routine. A productive routine. That's how you win. That's how you win. No different than getting in shape ain't complicated. Eating right ain't complicated. Having a routine. It's got to be. I was talking to somebody last week, and I was like, if you don't get on dial jam, I'm gonna fire you. Because I'm just like, you got to have that mentality. That's my mentality. I've got to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna get fired. I don't want to get fired. This is the coolest thing I've ever done. Does that make sense? Like routine, and it's got to be a commitment. Heck or high water. What's my mission? What's my focus? Mission-driven people outwork thing-driven people. Mission-driven people. When you're on a mission, you will outwork everybody. Go and partner. And yeah, absolutely. And I love that conversation, dude, that we had talking about get your spot on the map, get your spot on the integrity map. Billy and Ada Crane going partners in a multi-billion-dollar company that's bigger than just about all the NFL teams. I mean, that's crazy. I love it. Got cold chills just thinking about you and Ada having that spot on the map. The prep time, man. You mentioned some simple things like I don't want to do prep stuff at night. Doing the prep stuff, I'm telling you, being ready to hit the ground running the next morning, you will perform better. You will perform better. When you're crisp, it makes a difference. When you just that prep is big. Feelings and emotions, if you let yourself be guided by them, you'll never get it done. Dude, that is so true. People let their feelings and emotions guide them, and it gets them in trouble. It's got to be principle. And this is my commitment. That's it. Doesn't matter how I feel. If I wake up feeling like crap, you're not going to know it on the Monday message, because I am going to fake it because that's what I'm supposed to do. Does that make sense? That's what I'm supposed to do. Same thing, Billy. Doesn't matter whether Billy feels bad. Doesn't matter whether he slept great the night before. I would tell you, though, you sleep better when you work hard. So I'm sure you're sleeping good, brother. You kind of go back and forth like me. Like the thought of going partner keeps you up, but you work hard enough, you will get some sleep. But when you just like, it's like, it doesn't matter how I feel. 9 a.m. I'm making my first dial. 9 a.m. I'm not scrounging and getting my leads ready and let me see here, about to get going. No, 9 a.m. That's what I do. That's what I do. No matter what, I show up with a smile and I do what I'm supposed to do. God, I love it. Dude, Billy, let me tell you something. People would be so much more successful if they just do the stuff that they tell their kids. I see people all the time. I'm just like, God, how about you do what you tell your kids to do, right? All right, all right. Example in your home. Dude, you are setting a heck of an example in your home, and I know you're like me. I'm the same way. I never want one of my children to have to look outside of my home for an example of what a real man looks like. You can say real man, real woman, either way. Don't ever make it where your kids or your partner, your spouse, whatever, has to look outside the house for an example of what a real man or woman looks like, what they do. I'm telling you. And I think about that every day, especially with my son now that he's getting up around 17. Like, if I'm gone tomorrow, did I say enough, and did he see enough to know, fight through the pain, always show up, never ever quit? That, you know what I'm saying? You're doing such good things there. I just want to win. I just want to win. You get somebody that just wants to win, it makes a difference. And then the last thing, I got to get to my notes here, but everybody's saying such good stuff. I'm making notes as you're talking here. Let me tell you something, Billy. You might think that other people are better than you. Let me let you in on a secret. Here's a secret. If you keep running more appointments than they're running, you will be better than them. Yeah. If they're running X amount of appointments and you're running Y amount of appointments, you are going to get better than them. You cannot beat reps. You cannot beat reps. How do you think Megan Wood passed people that have been here for 15 years like their feet were nailed to the floor? How do you think she passed people that have been here 10 years like their feet were nailed to the floor? How do you think she passed people that have been here 5 years like their feet were nailed to the floor? She put in more reps. It's not complicated. When you put in more reps, you get better than people that are putting in less reps. I can't remember who said it because it's just coming to me on the moment, but you got to practice like it matters. Because if you don't, someone somewhere else is practicing harder. And when the two of y'all meet, it ain't going to go good for you. I can't remember who said that. That sounds like a Michael Jordan thing. All right, let's get going. So here's last thing. Here's what I want to get on, staying power. Let me tell you something. It's what Billy has done thus far, amazing. What will make it over the top, what will get him partner in a multi-billion-dollar company with millions in stock and millions in money, what that whole going partner thing that happens, what will get him there is staying in the fight. It's great that Jeremico and Evan Patzer went agency manager. What will get them to partner is staying in the fight. Staying in the fight. Anybody can go 20%. Anybody can go 40%. Anybody can go 60%. Anybody can go 80%. Heck, anybody can go 95%. But the ones that stay in the fight till 100%, those are the ones that get all the results. And let me tell you something. After 95%, it gets easier. Why? Because all the wussies done went home. All the scaredy cats done got scared. All the people that don't have that fight in their heart to see things through to the end, they've already quit. So there's no competition. It gets easier once the 95% quit, it gets easier. Staying in the fight. I'm telling you, if I have one secret to 20 years in the Alliance, going through ups, going through downs, going through sideways, it's that I don't quit. I'm not that magical of a person. I just don't quit. I just don't stop. I don't let discouragement cause me to pump the brakes. That's all. There's nothing magical about what I do. It's just that I don't quit. The same thing I can tell you about Andy Albright. Knowing him 20 years now, the magic is he don't quit. The magic is when everybody else gets scared, he bears down. That's it. That's the magic. So how do you get that kind of staying power? I've got 7 choices for you. I'm going to try and move through them in the next 11 minutes because I've got stuff I've got to get on too. And it's moving from one to the other. And so where are you at? You may be midway and need to push harder. You may be all the way on the left and you need to move to the right. All right. First move, it's great staying power, moving from just enough to how far can I go? How far can I go? Not just enough. In other words, like if I book 10 appointments and everything goes right, I ought to be able to issue pay enough to hit this level to how far can I go? And you hear that in Billy. Why do you think he's leading the way? Why do you think why do you think he's getting the results he's getting? And we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg. Because there's this thing called the pipeline and there's this thing called momentum. And Billy, the stuff you're about to see, even cooler than the stuff you've already seen, and the stuff we're going to see 6 months from now, crazy good. But see, Billy moved from just enough. And Billy, to be honest with you, he'll tell you at one point he was like, just enough. If I get figured out. But then at some point he decided to flip the switch, and now he wants to know how far can he go. And that's why he's got his place picked out on the integrity map where Billy and Ada Crane's flag's going to be when they go partner with a multi-billion-dollar company and become multi-millionaires themselves. He's got it picked out because now he's thinking, how far can I go? He's not thinking just enough. And just enough has levels, and it gets confusing. Like, what's just enough for me to stay agency manager? What's just enough for me to stay in the top 5 producers? What's just enough? See, it has levels. We can be performing at a high level and still have gravitated back towards just enough. How far can I go? How far can I go? Same thing in marriage. I don't want to do just enough to keep Holly from leaving me. Does that make sense? I don't want to do just enough so that my kids might be friends with me when I'm not in charge anymore. I want to see how far can I go. Does that make sense? It's not just business, it's life. Just enough always leads to frustration. Just enough always leads to people always claiming about, oh God, we don't got time to go. All right. Next, move from me to we. Move from me to we. We has staying power. Me does not have staying power. You will not stay in the fight for yourself. You say, yes, I will. I will send you a preponderance of psychological evidence that says that ain't true. Give me someone that's fighting for a team and they'll fight longer and harder every time. So if it's about me, what level can I get to for me versus we? You see, why is Billy crushing it? Why is Billy going to be one of the top people in all the alliance? Because it's about we. I got to be on that dial jam at 9 a.m. Monday and 9 a.m. on Thursday. It's about we. That's why he's going to pass everybody. I mean, there's people in the alliance that are top producers right now. Billy, they don't see you coming. They don't see you coming. And it's going to be like, what was that? Why is Billy crying? You know why? Because they're doing just enough. They're doing just enough. So just enough people always end up pouting because it ain't fair. Me people always end up pouting because it ain't fair. You're going to pass them all, brother. I'm so proud of you. God. And you say, are you against anybody? I'm for everybody. I'm for everybody. I'm just fired up that Billy is leading the way, leading that charge, man. I love it. All right. Convenience to conquering. Anybody can sign up and do something when it's convenient. But you won't find a lot of conquerors that are convenience obsessed. And again, it doesn't matter what it's talking about. Whether we're talking business, whether we're talking family, whatever, this is a life thing. Parents that are convenience-based are crappy parents. And you say, wait a second, I know parents that only do stuff when it's convenient. Are you saying they're crappy parents? Could not be more clear. They are crappy parents. I know lots of crappy parents. They only do things when it's convenient. Be a conqueror. Do things when it's not convenient. Can you see how these kind of build on each other? Once you start going, how far can I go? It's easier to leave convenience behind. Once you're thinking, I owe it to the team, I've got to set the example. Convenience doesn't really become a thing in your book anymore. Move from convenience. Don't be a convenience person. They're weak. Be a conqueror. Be a conqueror. Number 4, move from fear to fight. Let me tell you something. You're going to be nervous anyway. You're going to be worried anyway. You're going to have fear anyway. So you might as well just fight. You're never going to feel ready. It's never all going to be perfect. Everything's not going to line up. You said, that's negative, Stephen. That's not negative. That's reality. That's reality. Maybe you live in a place that I have not yet seen where everything always lines up perfectly. Where 9 a.m. when the dial jam starts, the sun is out, the flowers are blooming, and your abundance of leads has presented itself, and no one's ever mean to you. If that's seriously where you're at, you got to tell me. I'm telling you, move from fear to fight. You're never going to be ready, so you might as well start fighting. Might as well start fighting. Let me tell you something. Nothing is as strong an antidote to fear as fight. If you just get busy. All right. Number 5, move from explanation to overwhelming. So it's like the just enough people, they always got explaining to do. Well, see, what happened was the reason I didn't get 20 appointments. See what happened was the reason I didn't hit my goal. Was, you see what you don't understand. The thing about my circumstances, the thing about what you don't understand, lots of explanation because we all just don't always understand. Billy has given me 0 explanations. Why? Because he's overwhelming. Does that make sense? Can you see how these keep building on each other? Don't be an explanation person, be an overwhelming person. Don't explain why your spouse or whatever is, overwhelm them with love. Does it make overwhelm? Be an overwhelmer, not an explainer. And if you catch yourself explaining, just know that the first 2 letters in explain are the first 2 letters in excuse. All right. Number 6, short-term to long-term. Got to move from short-term to long-term. Long-term thinkers always win. Short-term thinkers pump the brakes. I've been asked a million times, why do more people not bust through agency manager, district manager, regional manager, national manager, vice president, executive vice president? Why do more people not burst through there? Here's why. They get weary. You hear how Billy said it? I'm going strong a year, and if I got to re-up, I'll do it 2, and I'll do it 3. That's long-term. Because you got to invest to grow. I'm investing thousands of dollars to make big things happen in my base shop. Well, you say that's easy. That's how I've always been. Jeremico and I talked about that the other day. And that dot connected in his mind. Now he's investing more. The dot connected. Wait a second. So even when you were only making you made $240,000 your first year. What were you investing in recruiting? $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month in ads, $5,000 a month in recruiting. Why? Because I didn't want to make $240,000. Does that make sense? I didn't want to stay there. So I invested more. I'm telling you. So think about this. Like, what would it be worth to find one Patzer? What would it be worth to find one Crane? What would it be worth to find just one? What would it be worth to find one Megan Wood? I would spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in ads to do that. Why? Because you're going to make your money back. It's crazy. People they'll start fretting over, should I really put $500 into an ad? Should I really? But what am I going to get back? And just find one. Just find one. Well, you find one, it's crazy. Now you can find 2. But that's long-term thinking. Short-term thinking is, yeah, but I could not spend that. Okay, that's fine. But you're not going to have the same staying power. And that's why when Billy started talking about going strong and investing like crazy, because he's not only investing a bunch in ads and he's ready to up that next, he's also investing in staff. He said, I told him, I said, plan on it taking longer than you think. Plan on it being more frustrating than you think. Plan on it taking years. The reason I say that, because I love Billy. I love him and Ada. I want them to win. And I want him to be a brake pumper. Brake pumpers never get anywhere. All right. Short-term versus long-term. Last, finishing over fun. So move from fun to finishing. Where do people get in the jam? They're fun people. When do I get to have some fun? When do I get to have some fun? Be a finisher. Being a finisher, knowing you fought to the finish to make things happen is way better than fun. Way better than fun. Move from fun. That's simpleton. That's childish. That's never, ever going to get anything big done, to being a finisher. It's true in business. It's true in life. People that are fun focused never finish. People that are finishers get all the happiness and fulfillment. Now, people that are fun people, they get a little cotton candy hit for a little bit, but they never get to the good stuff. All the good stuff's uphill. All the good stuff's hard work. That's why the finishers get all the happiness and fulfillment. Guys, I got to go. Holly and I love you. Thanks for jumping on. Thanks, my guests, for all the good stuff. Let's move more HMAs. Guys, the numbers are going crazy. We're running down some crazy, crazy numbers. I want you to go partner. Holly and I want you to go partner. Holly and I love you. We want you to win more than you can possibly imagine. Let's get out. Let's get after it. 2:30, Dial Jam starts. Get your 20. Love you. Bye.